or words of wisdom to the listeners in a couple areas. One is for a company that isn't necessarily well versed in humanizing, where would you start? How would you think about what stories to tell or how to connect, both from a kind of a content perspective, like how they can think outside of the box in terms of just that feature functionality message, and then also any advice you can offer in terms of platforms. Like, is video better than something else? Are there certain, social platforms that you've had more success with than others? So what advice can you offer someone who wants to kind of embrace more of this?
Yeah, I think the first thing to start with and to understand is why. First of all, why are you going to start your media journey? Why? Once you figure that out, the number one thing I think is you have to make sure you're putting out stuff that's for your audience and not stuff that is for you. Because I think when we talk about the blinders on, right? When you're putting on stuff for you, it's like I got to sell my brand, I got to sell my services, I got to sell my products. That's what I want to see out in the world because I want to sell and I want to build my business. But when you think of it from the audience perspective and the person on the other end of that phone or the tablet or wherever they are, they're going to keep on going because they don't necessarily care about a picture of an oven with a model and my logo that says, "Hey, I could save you," because we haven't even connected yet. You don't, people that might be seeing this, they don't even know me. I'm just a service company scrolling through a feed. So put out valuable content for your audience, make it for them, and make it something that they want to engage with. Now, whether that is a video or just a picture or whatever it is, I think, or just audio, podcast, however it's going to be, I think as a company and as the people within that organization, they kind of have to figure that out for themselves. I don't think there's a right or a wrong answer. I do feel that video is probably the most powerful. So maybe if you're the owner of a company and you're saying, well, I don't really want to be on film, you might have a rock star in your organization. Find that person that wants to be on film and and incorporate them into it. And they're going to feel a much closer bond with the company as well. Like, wow, they really put this on me. So you could really connect to your employees better on that level too. But the content is there right in front of everyone. For us, I say focus on LinkedIn, focus on YouTube, and don't discount Instagram or Facebook or even TikTok at this point because they all have value. But going all in, I think on the ones that I think are going to work best for the service industry right now, that might change. LinkedIn and YouTube are the most powerful, and the content is right there in front of you. Walk up into your office, get the phone out, get the camera out, whatever you want to do, sit in your service department. Let's talk about what's going on right now. I guarantee you that there's probably 10 things going on in anyone's service department right now that would be amazing content to put out into the market and start conversations and start to build around that, the engagement around those issues, because we all are going through a lot of the same stuff. I just put a post out recently about stocking the right parts and consolidation and all this stuff, and I got 20 something comments. And it's because we all want to learn. We all want to learn from each other to be better. And if we could teach someone along the way, that's amazing. And people are going to keep coming back for that. They're going to hit the follow, they're going to hit the like, they're going to hit the subscribe because they want to see what's next. So, you know, thinking outside the box, don't be afraid to try things. The number one thing people do is overthink and they say, "Well, I don't know if I should put this out." Just put it out. Keep putting it out. The market is going to decide what's good and what's not. You're going to know. And uh, again, just back to the platforms, focusing on the LinkedIn and YouTube, I think, in the service industry, whether it's HVAC, cooking, refrigeration, and just listen, be authentic, be genuine, put your customer, put the people on the other end first. And in time, again, everyone wants right now, instant. In time, you have to put this has to be a strategy. This has to be a part of your business. This has to be a priority. There should be Monday morning meetings about what you're going to do for the media sector of your business. This is a long-term play. This is in perpetuity. This is forever. And over time, you're going to begin to see new opportunities that you never knew you wanted or existed. And it's going to begin to build your business. It's going to begin to put you closer to your employees. It's going to put you closer to your manufacturers and reps and dealers and the people that are in the industry. And it's just, I mean, I'm passionate and excited about it because I just know that the opportunities are endless.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I think that one of the things you said that's important to reiterate is that when it comes to this concept of humanizing the brand, you can't overthink it. We had someone on a couple weeks ago, Linda Formicelli. She runs an agency that creates content, and she was giving some tips on content marketing. And that was one of her biggest pieces of advice too: is don't overthink to the point that you're not just starting to put content out, right? I mean, the biggest way at winning in a content rich world is to be creating it, right? So it's that process of getting going and just making it, like you said, a very continual, very ongoing effort. And I think that authenticity and keeping the perspective of what is valuable to the people you're trying to reach are some very important themes. So thank you for that. Thank you for sharing. I commend you for the work you're doing, not only to improve your business, but also to connect people to one another that can benefit from those connections, and to increase awareness of the trades for some young folks that could have some great viable career paths, and a lot of other things. So appreciate you being here, Rich.
Thank you so much, Sarah. I really appreciate being here, and